Good afternoon and welcome. Long time no see. It's good to see everyone. Or not. One or the other. I don't know. It's good. Anywho, so we're here. So just give it a few minutes and we'll see who's coming in, if there is anyone who's coming in, and then we'll get started. I'm just going to get a few things sorted over to my other screen so I don't get myself confused with what I'm doing. Because today I'm going to explain what's been going on, what's going on now, what's happening soon. Okay? So, yeah. Because there's lots of stuff happening very soon. So, first off, Tanny and I, since we moved, have had a fight on our hands to get proper internet. And we moved, almost 3 years ago? Just over 3 years ago? About 3 years ago, we moved in here. And it was only, it did quite a number on me, I'm not going to lie. I don't mind if I don't have internet. I don't mind if I do have internet, but what I can't deal with is being told I have the internet, but it not being able to work. And not being able to work sufficiently enough for us to do the things that we need to do. So that to me means that we don't have something that we're paying full price for, and we're just not being given the service that we're paying for. So that, on top of a lot of other things that were going on, really kind of tipped me over the edge. I'm not gonna lie, that was not fun. It was not my idea of a good time. And yeah, so there we go. So, however, finally, after 3 years, and some months in the last, or weeks in the last few months that have felt like the longest weeks of our lives, we finally have proper internet. We have very decent internet that is working very properly and should be working very properly, and means that I can do the things that I want to do. Now, the reason that I stopped putting videos up and I had to stand down from a lot of stuff was the internet had got so shockingly bad that it was taking anywhere from 24 to 41 hours to upload a 10-minute video. And I'm sorry, but that's not okay. Because if I was doing that, we weren't able to actually do what we normally do. So we wouldn't be able to use our phones. We wouldn't be able to watch TV. We wouldn't be able to do anything else on the computers, because it would literally take the entire bandwidth just to do that. So I had to make the decision not to do it. And since I knew that the internet was coming, I just didn't know when. And we were in that kind of limbo state. I stood back. But now it's all fixed. And it's fixed to a point where I can actually start streaming again on Twitch. And this will be the last time that I actually speak about Twitch on this channel, unless I'm asked directly about it. This channel is nothing to do with Twitch and the gaming that I do on there. So, in fact, I have a whole nother YouTube channel that will be dedicated to videos and videos on demand from there. So that's completely separate to this. However, it does mean that I can now do it again. And I've been dabbling, shall we say, for the past week of just playing around, bopping around on my dinosaurs and being really happy about it. Meanwhile, what I've also been doing is I've been working on the website. Now, for quite some time, I have been wanting to turn do what I do here on Blue Self-Reliance and turn it into something that's more physical. It's kind of this was the kind of jumping off point for me for the program that I wrote back in 2000 on self-reliance and, you know, all that kind of stuff way back then. I found the chance this year to do a business course that is all to do with community-based businesses, and I did that. I am in the mentoring stage of that at the moment. We did make an attempt to register the business last month. Unfortunately, due to issues with my printer and it not wanting to do scanning, it was knocked back. So I now have an arrangement to go to a friend of ours and scan the documents I need to that are signed by me so that I can get it registered properly. Meanwhile, I've been working on the website for that. I've been writing all kinds of content for it, and for workshops and groups and all kinds of things that will be coming from that physical business. Blue Self-Reliance on here will remain Blue Self-Reliance. Okay, but it is also where there will be not only the stuff that you're used to seeing, but stuff's going to start looking a little bit different. It's going to be a little more organized. I'm going to try and be a bit more organized. It's why I've been playing around with the ways that I video and edit my videos. I found it a lot easier to do what I need to do, video it, and then do a voiceover. And that for me is my best way of doing it. And I enjoy doing that. That's not a problem. For me, it means that I can crack on and not worry about cameras and angles and all of this kind of stuff. I can just get on and do it. And that's what I've been doing. And that's what I've been enjoying. And that's what I've seen numbers going up in when I do that kind of thing. So there'll be a lot more videos in that kind of style that you'll be seeing coming up. But they'll be covering a lot of different bases and a lot of different subjects. There'll be stuff to do with making, do, and mending. So hand sewing, textile crafts, all that kind of stuff, that will be coming up as well, because that's all to do with self-reliance and all of that kind of thing. There will be cooking. There will be a basics series coming out soon that will cover all kinds of basics, as in basics with vegetables, basics with all kinds of different ingredients and all kinds of stuff like that. We're also going to be looking at food preservation and having self-stable food in traditional ways. Okay, what I mean by traditional are ways that are done and have been done and are still being done by many parts of the world. Many parts of the world. One thing that you won't find on my channel will be pressure canning. I have explained why in the past. I'm not going to do it again, but that's just me, my preference, and what works for me. Hey, how you doing, Temblin? It's good to see you. It's lovely to see you. Welcome in. So there will be a lot of traditional preservation. Now, there is a group on Facebook that I have set up for international traditional preservation methods. Hello, Esther Grace. How are you, love? It's lovely to see you too. Thanks for coming in. So there is a group there. There will be a link, and on any of those videos, there will be a link to that group as well, where there are people there who know their stuff. There's also a small book that I've been writing in the background, which is the glossary of, it's basically the glossary of preservation terms. Okay, so what is said in one country will be translated into something that is said in another. You know, it's so that we're all on the same page, and it covers the majority of types of preservation that I know of, and others. There are others that will be in there as well, but it will be a small little book that will be coming out early next year. So that's what's been happening and what is happening. Okay, so what's coming? Okay, so I'm not putting a lot of videos out at the moment, as you might have gathered. Okay, there's not a lot coming out at the moment. Now, the reason being is I'm trying to get my head back above water, and trying to get my life and everything back in balance. As I said, I've been doing a lot of things in the background with the website and writing a newsletter and getting all that ready to go. You know, so there's a lot of things coming up. So the only 2 videos that I know of that I'm putting out for definite this month are on the 19th, when I do my video for the Cozy Soups collaboration, and my Noodle November video, which will be coming out on the 26th. Okay, now in December, that's pretty much it. But we are going to start doing the Friday lives again, and that will begin next week. Well, obviously this week, but this isn't the same as a normal Friday live. So they're usually the Friday budgeting lives. We will be doing that from next week, and we're going to be doing the festive season on a budget, and that will be right up to New Year's. Okay, it'll be right up to New Year's, because obviously there's other celebrations. There's a lot of celebrations. There's 77, I think, 77, 78, something like that, celebrations between now and the end of January of all sorts of different ones that different people celebrate. So we're going to be doing our lives that are inclusive of everyone's. Okay, so it doesn't matter what you celebrate, what days you celebrate. Like, I know that you guys in the US, you have Thanksgiving coming up. We don't have that. It's only you in Canada that have that. We don't have that. And no other country has anything like that in between now and Yule or Christmas or whatever you want to call it, right? So they're the 2 big ones, right? So we're just going to pretty much cover everything, and everything will be able to be covered. You'll be able to take away anything from that, no matter what you're celebrating between now and the end of January. Okay? Right. Oh, need a brew. Okay, let's get me brew. So that's what's happening with the lives. So they're coming back from next week at this time. Okay. Now, on December the 1st, the website is going live. The website is going live. Okay. It is. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a little bit, whew. So I was just wondering if you guys would like a little bit of a sneaky peek. It's still got a lot of work to go. Be aware of that. And it's not going to look exactly as it does now. But I can give you a sneak peek if you wish. But you're going to have to say something in chat and let me know. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah. We've got a thumbs up from Esther Grace. Okay. All right. just for you, my darling, we're going to do this. Right, so I need to share a screen. That one. Share that one. Right. Okay. Right, you ready? Just remember, it's not going to look exactly like this, but this is the start of what I've been working on. Okay, so, all right. So we can see that. Can everyone see? All right, so this is the start of the website. This I really, really love here because they move. They move. Each one of these will have a link to a page. Okay, so say for example, this one will be the pantry page. This will be gardening page. This will be like make, do, and mend page. You know, there's all sorts of stuff. You know, but we have our about page. A lot of this artwork I did myself. I did this using an AI program where I put in very specific words to come up with the artwork, which was kind of cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And then we've got about me, about our founder. Okay. So that's all my story and what I do and why and all of that kind of thing. We're just going to have a very, very quick look here. Now, I've been running in the background and put out there to do some festive workshops. Okay, so my house isn't very, very huge. So I said that 3 people in person could come to my house, or we could do some distance ones for anyone who wanted to do that. That was going to be fine. So this was that page. This is actually going to be kept on because I've decided that we're going to keep these going, but they won't be available until 2025 now. So yeah, but these are the courses that I'll be doing, those websites, those workshops there. And then I've got another shop, which I haven't actually done the work yet. So I haven't done the thing yet. But the other thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a thing where you can donate a workshop to someone who can't afford to do them and that we haven't been able to get funding for and stuff. Hey, Elaine, it's good to see you. I'm late. We'll be watching the replay. Okay, darling, no problem. Hello, Gail. How are you doing? So, yeah, this is one thing that we'll be doing to help raise funds for people who can't afford to do the workshops but could really, really do with doing the workshops. I will be, once I've got everything registered and above board, which will be happening in the next couple of weeks, I will be able to go for funding, but I won't be able to get funding for everything, and I won't be able to get it for everyone. Okay, so this is a way for people who do have extra funds to help be able to support someone in doing a year's worth or even just one workshop. Okay, so there we go. That's the website. As I said, things are changing very rapidly, and I want it all to be working really, really well. So that's why we're going to be doing the videos in a way that we're going to be doing them from now on in. We're going to have specific days where specific subjects I put videos out for those. I'm hoping that by the end of January I will start having a video every day coming out. That is the main goal. Okay, so you know that's what we're doing. So my business is what I do, and what my program is that I wrote is to teach self-reliance and self-sufficiency to people from underprivileged backgrounds or places of poverty. Okay, so that's why we've been playing with the names recently. It was going to be the BluePixie Studios because that is what I've been known as an artist for, I want to say 15, 20 years. That's what I've been known as, is the BluePixie, and that is my artist name. Okay. This, however, is different. This program and everything combined in it, you know. Hi, Echo. How are you, darling? It's lovely to see you. Hi, Anne's Place. It's lovely to see you too. Welcome in. So what I'm doing here is very different to that. It does incorporate a lot of things like that, but I'm 50 now. I'm not in my 20s or 30s, you know. And I wanted this to be taken as seriously as we take it, you know. And I want it to be respected for what it is, and I want people to be able to respect it because of what it is, just by looking at it and going, okay, well, obviously someone's put some work and effort into this. This doesn't look like a child's drawing, you know. So like I said, there's been a lot of work behind the scenes trying to get this right. Okay, I am still young. I understand that I'm still young, but I wanted this business, because it will be a community interest company. I want it to reflect the values of what we have, which is, it's still fun. Okay, it is still fun, and it is done in a place of, we're all friends and we're all done this together, right? We're all in this together. Okay, so it is fun, and it's done lightheartedly in some respects and really seriously in others, you know. But I wanted people I wanted it to be professional, yeah. So that's what we've done. So it will be, hopefully, because we've just been checking names now. Now, last month it got turned down, like I said, and I think that is because my scanner wasn't scanning. And because I was rushing, I took a photo of the form instead, sent the photos in, and it got knocked back pretty much immediately, which I kind of sat there and thought, you know what, this gives me the opportunity to give it a name that it deserves, that's more professional, that's more in keeping with what it is and its core value. Now, the core value of what we do is teaching people to live a champagne life on a rainwater budget. Okay, so everything about self-sufficiency, everything about being self-reliant, how to have those skills and tools. We want more and more people to be able to have those, because life here right now is about to get a whole lot worse for a lot of people. And a lot of people now, because it's only taken 3 generations for us to forget all of these skills, are desperately needed. So that's what I'm doing. So I decided this afternoon, I've been sitting there with my sister yesterday. I was talking to her yesterday, and I said, I don't know about calling it the BluePixie Studios anymore. I feel like the universe or God or spirit or whatever you want to call it really gave me the opportunity to think, take a step back and think. So our official name will now be the Rainwater Self-Reliance Academy, CIC, Community Interest Company, because that goes on the end. So it's a bit of a mouthful, but that is what we're going to be doing, which means that from now on, any money that comes from this channel will be siphoned into that. Okay? Any monies that I gain from this channel will be sent there. I will be doing one fundraising video for it one time per year, and that will be on the 1st of December every year. Okay, That's the only time I will do it. And it will be alive. And it will, you know, whatever. But that is the only day that I'm going to do an actual push for it. I don't do a lot of fundraising for different things. I choose who I give money to very, very carefully. But this is something that I feel that I have been very, very pushed towards and pushed since my father passed away back in 2000. And I feel like I still have to do this. I feel this is my path and this is what I have to do. And this is why my heart is still beating. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to run this thing and we're going to teach people. And even the rule is this. Even if it just helps one person. I don't care if there's 1 million views. I don't care if I've got 1 million subscribers. Right? As long as I'm helping one person, then it's worthwhile and we keep going. And that's the rule. Okay? So there we go. So that's what's going to be happening. That means that from also the 1st of December. Oh, no, actually, this is going to be from the 1st of January. So from New Year's, from the 1st of January, I will be upgrading memberships and Patreon. Now, the Patreon's been going for many, many years, okay? And I've got a couple of people on there that have been with me for a very, very long time. There will now be new tiers on there, and they will be exactly the same as the ones on memberships because I'm aware that some people prefer to keep everything on YouTube, and that's fine. I don't want to stop you from doing that. I don't want to stop you from being able to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the £1 or $1 tier. That's going to be kept for anyone so that they can get the downloadables and the recipe cards from any videos that I do. So they will have their own printables that they'll be able to get from content that I put out whenever it comes out, okay? Which eventually will be pretty much every day. But the stuff will be there and then they can come and get it whenever they want. The next one is going to be the £10 or $10 a month level, okay? Now, the reason that it's that is because, and that's a per month, you will have access to what I call my newsletter. There's been a lot of work has gone into this. Can I just say, I've written probably 80% of all of next year's newsletters, okay? And there's not just a Northern Hemisphere version, but a Southern Hemisphere version because you're in 2 different seasons. And there is a gardening section. When I say there is a gardening section, can I just say this newsletter at the moment is anywhere between 13 and 18 pages. Okay, it's more like a magazine than it is a newsletter. And the only things that I have to do now are add in things to do with what I'm doing that month, and add in sort of recipe cards and stuff like that are going in, and seasonal pictures of what's going on in my garden and all of that kind of stuff, right? So that's what we're doing. That's what's happening there. So you get that, but you also get a private live Q&A with me on anything that I have done that month. Okay? So if you want extra information on something that I've done on, say on a sewing video or on a preserving video or whatever, you can come and ask me your questions on that live yourself. You won't get the link to the live unless you're that tier membership. Okay, and that will be once a month That'll be coming out, and it'll be coming out a week after the newsletter. Okay, so it'll probably be the first Monday of the month after the newsletter comes out, because obviously the newsletter has to come out on the 1st, right? So it gives you a couple of days in some cases, a week in others, to be able to get your questions together. Okay. But you also get all of the downloadables and all of that kind of stuff, obviously, as well. Then there is going to be a £50 or $50 one. Now, I know that that sounds a lot, but in that, there will be a monthly cook-along and a monthly sew-along. So you will have me to yourselves live doing a cook-along section or a sew-along section, so that we can do it and you will have all the information of what you need the week before, at least a week in advance, so that you will be able to have all the stuff that you need to do that thing that we're doing, and we can do it together and at the same time, so you can ask any questions that you need to right then and there. Okay? Oh, thank you. So yeah, those are the 3 tiers that are going to be coming out on memberships and on Patreon. Do you need to subscribe to them? No. No, you don't. But just be aware that the monies that are raised from those will be going to support the Rainwater Self-Reliance Academy. Now, I can't call it the Rainwater Academy because there is a school in Uganda called the Rainwater Academy. So it's the Rainwater Self-Reliance Academy. Okay. So that's what's happening there. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And I know people have been thinking, oh, she's done nothing, she's not doing it anymore and all this kind of stuff. But that's not true, because we're doing all of the things. Okay. We are doing all of the things. Now, there will be a newsletter list that you can join as well. Now, this isn't to do with the magazine. It's different. It will be a newsletter that is just a blast page or a landing page that just gives you a few little, little bits of this and that. And it's certainly not as concise as the magazine is. And, that's going to be completely different. So, yeah. But from January, we're looking at having a video a day on different subjects, and it will be coming out slowly, obviously. We are going to be doing our video a day for Christmas, and I will be incorporating the 2 December collaborations that I've agreed to, which is the homemade gift one, which Tina over at Life in Piedmont is putting together, and Christmas candy, which is on the 22nd. I believe my video is coming out for that. So that's what's happening there. Okay, so that's all fun and games and what have you. What I would like to see, and I don't know if I can do it, but you never know what could happen, because Christmas miracles and all this kind of stuff. I would like to be fully monetized by the end of this year. Now, my birthday is on the 2nd of January, for those people who do not know. And I would very, very, very much like to be able to turn around on that day and go, I've done it. I'm a full YouTube partner person, done all the things, done all the shooby-dooby-dooby things and what have you. Because I haven't been doing videos, and as much as I'm part of a group that watches other people's videos and stuff like that, and that's cool and that's not a problem, and I love doing that. My watch hours dropped back to 2,800 this morning. Oh wow. And you got the same birthday as my brother-in-law. So in our family, December and January are a bit of a nightmare. Okay. So we've got January 15th. That goes January 15th. Awesome. So we have my son on the 19th of December. We have my brother-in-law, who's on December the 30th. We've got me on January the 2nd. We got one of my sisters on the 13th. And we got my other sister on the 30th. I'm not asking questions about what my parents were doing back in, April? Is it April? May? I don't know. I don't want to know. Okay, I don't want to know. So, yeah, but there was a lot of us that were born around the same kind of time. So, yeah, there you go. Elaine's on February 2nd. Nice. Hubby is January 29th. Oh, my God. My youngest son is 15th of Jan. Yeah, my youngest son is the 19th of December. So one of my sisters from another mister, her birthday is also on the 19th of December. And I have another friend whose birthday is on the 19th of December. And I have two friends who share my birthday, which is really interesting because I never had anyone. I never knew anyone growing up at all that had the same birthday as mine. But yeah, so it's all fun and games. Anywho, but I'd love to be able to turn around and go, I've done it. I've got my 4,000 and I've done it and I'm good, and it's all in the doodahs, right? Whether that happens or not, I don't know. It might not, but I'm just putting it out there in the ether. So it's out there. It's out there, right? That's all I'm saying. Now we've done, I think I pretty much covered everything. Oh, and in January, I'm starting new workshops. Now, these workshops are going to be running all year, okay? Now, there are 4 different ones, and they'll be once a month, okay? So if you wanted to get information on those, please do email me. I would be more than happy to send you information on those, okay? But they're all to do with self-reliance and self-sufficiency and all that kind of stuff. One of them is a basics, and it's teaching, learning to cook from scratch workshop. Another one is international food. It's traditional food preservation is another one. There's one to do with make, do, and mend. There's the other one, which is all to do with the garden, I believe. And I can't remember. Do you know what? I've spent so many weeks and months writing this stuff that I cannot remember what order I put things in to make this happen, right? So let me just, no, that's not it. Wrong one. Okay, right. Okay, yep. Hubby's on the 14th, Groundhog Day and Valentine's Day. Oh my God, I've got a friend on Valentine's Day. I have, and she's wonderful, and I love her to pieces. She's great. She's also a very good actress. Okay. All right, so that's different. That's different again. Now, one thing I am going to say is, because this is quite important to me. Now, I don't know how many of you know Dawn from New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus. Okay, that's a very big name for a very awesome channel. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop it open for a second and share with you her page. Okay, there we go, got it. Okay, now I don't normally do this. You guys will know that I don't normally do this, but she is beautiful. She's wonderful. She's an amazing support to the channel. She has some beautiful videos going out, and she's got them going out all the damn time. And she does a live on a Monday, and she does some really, really cool stuff, right? So she is wonderful, okay? Now, she and her husband live in a ruined, abandoned village on the island of Cyprus, okay? And they've been through the mill. Now, she herself has quite serious health issues. where she had a accident at a fun fair and now has a brain injury that causes her to go into comas without any kind of warning. Okay, so she's wonderful. Okay, and she's been a dance teacher and a dancer and a stage school teacher and all sorts, and she's got a couple of different channels doing all kinds of different things, and one of them is she's teaching people how to dance. She's putting all this stuff out there. Okay, now I would ask as many of you as possible to please go and follow her and watch as many of her videos as possible. Now, there is a reason I'm asking this, so I'm gonna pop back up and then we're gonna share again something that I started for her a few months ago, but because I have not been on top of it, I would like to apologize right now because it's my fault. Okay, now this is their house. Okay, this is their house in Cyprus, and this is Dawn, my lovely, lovely Dawn. She's a beautiful friend, and her and husband, like I said, they live in Cyprus. Now, they decided to go and live here, and the house is completely off-grid. Completely off-grid. They are completely reliant on off-grid everything. Off-grid gas, off-grid electric, and off-grid water. The problem is, okay, that their bore blew up at the same time as they found out that their irrigation tank needs completely resealing because it can't be just filled in the cracks anymore. It's got to be completely resealed. Now, she doesn't ask herself. She doesn't like people knowing. Now, Mike, her husband, does everything he possibly can, as all our husbands do, to help. But he's now in hospital himself, having serious eye surgery on both his eyes. So not only is she having to take care of herself, she's now having to take care of Mike. Their only income is the rent, the little bit of rent they get from a small apartment that I own in town. There was talk at one point they were going to sell it, just get rid of it and just live off the land, and that was it. But they realized that they couldn't do that because they needed to have some kind of an income because they have their own bills to pay. Obviously, there's land rates and all of that kind of stuff that they've got to pay every year, right? But they sure as hell do not have enough money to reline the irrigation tank and fix the bore. Now, all of this kicked off 6 months ago. Okay? It all kicked off 6 months ago. And, you know, I wasn't well enough and I wasn't on the ball enough to really, really give this a bit of a push that it deserves. Now, luckily, they got a loan from a friend to fix the bore, but they don't have for the irrigation tank. Now, the reason that the irrigation tank's so important is because that's the water that waters the garden. They can fill the irrigation tank with water from the bore, but they can't do it if there's nothing, and they get water off the roofs and all sorts of stuff to go in the irrigation tanks. Except they can't have anything going in there. So she's having to, at one point, they were going to the local spring, filling up bottles and buckets with spring water, bringing it back to the house, which is like a mile away, and hand watering their entire garden. Now, they eat what they grow. They eat what they grow. That's all they've got. They make olive oil every year from their olives, but they can't sell it because they don't have a business license. So they're not allowed to do that. Occasionally, they will get volunteers who come and work for them. But again, they can't pay them. They are volunteers and they do get a little bit of help. However, Dawn has also been diagnosed recently, since that last 6 months, with lupus as well. So not only is she having to deal with this brain injury that can put her into a coma for no apparent reason, but she's also having to deal with lupus as well. And with Mike now in hospital, they live so far away, she's not allowed to drive. They've had to stay in a hotel. So all their spare cash that they've had for the last month has had to go into putting them up so that they can be near the hospital for his recovery. So all I'm asking, right, is that if you can't put anything towards this, totally get it. But can you please share it far and wide, as far as you can? I will put the link. Here we go. Copy into chat. And we're also going to put it in the description below. But if you can, share that anywhere you've got social media. It would be more than helpful. And anything that we can do to support her. And if nothing else, go watch her videos because she's fully monetized. You know, and every little bit helps. Because she lives in Cyprus, she has to wait until, I think she's got like 200 euros or something before she can pull the money out. So, you know, every watch really, really counts. So there we go. So there we are. Like I said, I don't normally do that, but I am doing it this time. And I will push that because she deserves the help. Those guys are living what we call the dream, but they're doing the hard yards doing it. Really hard yards doing it. Okay. So there we go. Oh, it's been a day. So how have you guys been? Write to me in the comments. And tell me how you're going. All right, that's what we've got to do, is put that in the description, haven't we? Right, okay. I'm doing it now. See, I've got another screen now and everything is great. It's absolutely awesome. Hey, Ash, how you doing, darling? Okay. Where are we going? Right, derp. Just putting this in the description. Okay. Oh, if I can write it right. Half my letters have gone. Off my keyboard. Paste. Right, so that's there. And we're going to put her channel, Dawn's channel. Oh, because apparently I can't spell today at all. My everyday life. There we go. There she is. Now, see, the thing is, right, if every one of her subscribers had donated $2, right, it would have been done. Do you know what I mean? It would have been done. But, yeah. But there we go. Right, so all her information is down in the description below. So there we go. There's that. So, yeah. Now, from next week, like I said, I will be coming back and doing the festivities on a budget. So we got the festive season on a budget is our next season of budgeting lives. we didn't get to finish. We didn't get to finish our prepping on a budget one. We will be doing that. And we will also be bringing back up the other one that we were doing, where we were doing a machine and a product and a what's it, you know, and we're going to do that again as well. But that'll be next year. We'll be fine. Okay. So there we have it, kids. There we have it. That's what's going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. Oh, and I'm going to be over on Tina's channel, Life on the Piedmont, on Tuesday next week. Okay, Tuesday next week, when she normally goes live. And I got contacted by the Vineyard Chicks. Bless their hearts. I love those girls. Can I just say, I really do love those girls. They've asked me to be their representative for the UK for next year's Survivor Seeds. So that's me. That's what I'm doing. First off, they asked me to be their Aussie representative. And I said to them, well, that was very sweet of you, but I don't really live in Australia anymore. I kind of live a bit further north. Yeah. So yeah, but they said, oh, that's fine. You can do that one instead then. So if anyone wants to get in on anyone in the UK who's watching this back or who's in chat right now, who wants to be involved with the Survivor Series Survival Seeds collaboration for next year, please let me know as soon as possible. I'll be doing another call out shortly, and I will be sending out an email because, you know, I like annoying the hell out of you guys. But yeah, the UK needs to represent, okay? We need to be doing it. UK and Ireland, okay? We're going to be representing. So, you know, Ashley, not looking at anyone in particular, Ashley. You know, dude, survival seeds. It's going to be awesome. You get free seeds. Right. So, yeah. And if you don't know anything about what I'm talking about, go and check out the Vineyard Chicks. Okay. They are awesome. They're beautiful girls, absolutely fantastic girls. And they do amazing things in the garden. And they've been doing amazing things in the garden all of this year. I wanted to be part of the Survival Seeds thing, but I really couldn't. I just wasn't well enough. And I wasn't really doing much in our garden for us, to be fair, at the end of the day. But we'll see how we go. We'll just keep cracking on and see how things go. And, yeah. So that's kind of it for me for today, to be honest. It was just a catch up to tell you what's been happening, to tell you what is happening, and to tell you what's to come. And give our Dawny a bit of a plug because they can do with all the help they can get right now. So like I said, if you can't donate, and that's fine, please do share out the link to the GoFundMe to everybody. Because, you know, every little bit helps. You never know who that one person is that might actually be able to put some money in or whatever. Or give them a hand. That's what it's like. And if you want to, go watch her stuff. It's all cool. She's lovely. Right. I gotta go. I have a Tunny to feed because it's nearly 5 o'clock and he's going to be like, I want my noodles because he's having noo-noos. Yep. Good news. They're also seeds that you're going to be able to save from because that's the point. Okay. So it's about seed saving. It's growing those things, but you have to be able to save the seeds as well. So there we go. All right. So I'm out, kids. I love you guys to pieces. Thank you so much for keeping me company today. I've really, really appreciated it. And I will see you very, very soon. Love you long times. Bye-bye.